Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of the Divisional round.
It's time for the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are in a city that sure had its share of memorable playoff games in the past. Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. Coming up, it's Divisional round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Cleveland Browns, and he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And the Pittsburgh Steelers. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. From the gun, Mayfield. He completes it to Hunt. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now it's Roethlisberger. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And a short gain down to about the 33. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
They'll start out on the ground with Sproles. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, 41 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for him. And all the pressure that goes on in these playoffs, but the first score here in the divisional round always very key.
Partner, this team handled it like it was a regular season game, that they were confident in what they were doing, came right out and established themselves early.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Mayfield leaves it for Hunt on the draw. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down. Mayfield down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. T.J. Watt picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 23 yards on the play. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now as they've got it to the 28-yard line. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. To throw here, Roethlisberger. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the end.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he's got the hook up to Landry. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 21-0 our score after 1. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And I don't want to read too much into this, but with their lead, are we seeing the fruits of having last week off? Is that the benefit here?
Well, we've seen so many times where we don't think there are fruits to that because the visiting team who had played the week before, they come in with momentum and they play well and set a pace. And sometimes it seems like, you know, the teams have the open week, the bye week are a little bit sluggish. But in this case, I think all the advantages that you fight for have come into play. They've healed up the guys who were hurt during the season. They got to rest mentally. They were able to relax a little bit. And they're at home. And they've used it quite well to their advantage.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, down at the 31. Roethlisberger will throw. It's complete to Fuller. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Here's Sproles. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on 4th. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. 3 first-half touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. The Browns' drive about to get started. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 42 yards. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds Taylor, complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
As this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage. Mayfield with it once more. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Fourth down, and on is Greg Joseph for the Browns field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Joseph is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see alert.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And he's got it complete to Darren Sproles. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Here's Roethlisberger. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. Roethlisberger. And he's got it. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. From 17 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
On second down, Mayfield again. He's got it to Williams. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on Divisional Round Weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful Divisional Round Weekend. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On third down, Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. A look at Darren Sproles as he works his way back onto the field for this next go-around. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Here's Roethlisberger.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now Roethlisberger going deep to the end zone. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. How about Ben Roethlisberger, his 5th touchdown pass of the afternoon, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off the squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Jamie Gillen now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Now Sproles. A good return there, 17 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Hey, Haywood.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster as time expires in the first half, as his guys continue to pour it on. They'll throw now on the final play. And it's going to be caught. Not sure why they went for 2, but they do get it. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional round. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the third quarter. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. T.J. Watt in on the tackle. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Here's Mayfield, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Sproles, the return. A big boot that time. 57 yards, the official distance. And that will come the offense as they take over. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll him behind the line. A loss of 2 there. Second down. On 2nd and 12. Roethlisberger. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 45-yard line. Now Roethlisberger on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Now it's Roethlisberger.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. From 21 yards away, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit.
And that's caught at the 25. It's a big play there for the Browns. 54 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
They run again with Hunt. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked a field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag?
I just want to
get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster, 31 yards. As his guys continue to pour it on. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for two. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. The Browns drive about to get started. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. So after the sack here, 2nd and 14. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. On first down, it's Samuels. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally marked down at the 23. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. They'll run again with Samuels on first down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Come on.
On first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Screen pass to Sproles. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. To throw again on second down. Roethlisberger got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Will Fuller there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. Through an opening, and there he goes. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return. And the Browns are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Still down very big on the scoreboard, but a little feather in their cap here.
And it's a big-time play, and if you don't get energized after a kick return, well, then your team just doesn't have any spark. We'll find out if this is the start of a big comeback or just cosmetics as we go along.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
Man, it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to the hotel before the game, and one of the themes they kept hitting us with was, let's put the pressure on the #1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Well, they're the #1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing it again in this game.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Will Fuller, his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. And now Big Ben will lead the Steelers up to go for 2. The 21st pick back in the 2016 draft, Will Fuller, and we know that he can take the top off of a defense.
He certainly can, and the way that he does it is just straight, pure speed. And I saw it with one of the better defense coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that? And he said, at times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets time and he heaves it downfield, Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to...
And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster there to make the grab. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now Roethlisberger will head to the line as his guys will go for 2. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes. Someone delivering it accurately. Offensive line giving them time to throw the ball. A true team record. But he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Mayfield looks to throw. That is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's 3rd and 5. The Browns on 3rd down. The struggle has been real. They have had ample opportunities. They've yet to cash one in. This will be 3rd and 5. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Let's go.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. On 2nd and a yard, Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for 2 up this big.
There's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us. And they ended up going for 2 late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, why'd you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. Well, could also result in a melee later, though. Mayfield's going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. To throw, Mayfield, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Taywan Taylor. That'll bring up 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Throwing, Mayfield, and his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver, Taywan Taylor, and it's 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Mayfield, blitz coming, and down he goes. T.J. Watt, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
Yeah.
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Able to find Switzer. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Here's Roethlisberger. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, but it's going to be second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, it's Roethlisberger. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And is there bad blood here? I mean, go for 2 when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Mayfield got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. Mayfield on 3rd and 2. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 43.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw it.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Mark Barrett in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. To try again after the sack, Mayfield, T.J. Watt, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Here's Jamie Gillandale as he's on to punt for Cleveland. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready, because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.